Is there anything that you want to leave with besides, that people can purchase your books and they can read more about your research and everything that you've been doing for the past 30 years? Is there anything else that they can reach you or get in contact with you if there's anything they want to know more about?
Thank you so much. It's been such a blessing to be on your show. I'm very grateful to Marina for connecting us, and for her and for your message as well. One of the things I have really put in my books is a lot of love, but also the How to Be Healthy Vegetarians Index, so you can look up things easily. It's got resources in the back, a lot of recipes for non-toxifying your home, how to grocery store shop, also a lot of resources like where you can find things if you need to. And I made Diabetes and Your Diet a little shorter. I was trying to work towards smaller books because people don't always want the encyclopedia. but I really do. My website's organichealthylife.com. So if you want to contact me, you can do it there. But I really do believe that when you give the body the right tools, it can do miraculous things, and that it does take that choice of wanting to do it and choosing that for yourself and loving yourself enough to make those changes in order for you to have radiant health from the inside out. And I really think it's possible regardless of your income. I think there are ways to do it. And I hope I put in my book enough information that allows people to be able to find things wherever they are in the world and make it work for them. And I do think a vegetarian diet can be very cost effective and easy and delicious. I do think healthy eating can be delicious.
Yeah, I know. With your books especially, there's so many options and so many healthier ways to think about what you can choose to eat and prepare. I think it's going to really, really help people on how they grocery shop and either go to a farmer's market. I'm doing that more. And I think everyone's just learning how empowering it is to you to be a lot more conscious of what you put in your body.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from people if they have a question or a suggestion or anything like that. And I always love hearing from people from around the world on what's going on with them. And
I'm so excited for your new book. So do you want to give any info about that or? Sure.
Well, I'm doing one on organic gardening and then another one on the healing diet. And I actually taught classes on the healing diet for Dr. Michael Hall at Parker University for chiropractors for 5 years. And that is basically on the plant-based diet and how it can help reverse disease and how to best go about that. And of course, a lot of that is really in my book. That's one reason I wrote it, was Diabetes and Your Diet. And I was literally encouraged to write that book by someone who is on the board of a large normal medical facility here in Dallas. And so that was very encouraging because some of my clients are doctors and people who are on these medical boards. And so they're finding that nutrition can really help, and they weren't taught this in school. And so I think one reason my information is different is because I didn't just go to school and learn nutrition, and I didn't just go and learn how to be a chef. I really combined everything, including the environment. And I didn't just take nutrition, but I took various components of nutrition, including plant-based nutrition at Cornell, and I just started putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And so I think I've come up with a more comprehensive way to look at it, but also how all the pieces fit together and how to do it easily and make it easy to understand. I think over the years, they've tried to make it so complicated that you had to go pay somebody to learn how to eat. And I like to think that my books give you the tools to take control of your life and and I like to think you graduate and, you're able to make those better decisions no matter where you are, whether you're traveling or you're at the grocery store or at a restaurant. And you can think, okay, Nancy said this, and I've got these choices, so I'm going to choose this one. And it is empowering, and when you can do that and know, what is a better decision, because we aren't always given perfect decisions to make. You've got great and great. Well, those are easy, but we don't always get those.
Yeah. I think this is so cool because in the future, my girlfriend and I, we always have this dream or fantasy to have like this farm to table kind of restaurant that it would also be a rescue for animals. And so like if people wanted to go heal or like, learn how to grow food, they could farm and then have a community where you can cook, but then also like heal yourself with like, these rescue animals.
Well, I want to be a part of that.
Yeah. So like finding out about about you and then your books, it's just so cool because it makes me feel that like this could actually happen, and I'm meeting people that are gonna, help me, and like, I would love to have you be a part of that. I feel like you would bring so much to the table, and I'm excited what this is gonna do for people to think about.
Yeah, and there's a new kind of farming that, and I love permaculture, but there's also another kind of farming where you don't till the soil at all. And apparently it is much more natural and easier on the ground and on the plants. And so I'm starting to learn a little bit more about that as well. But I do think anybody can grow a little bit of their own food regardless of where they are, even if they're in a small Manhattan apartment, even if it's just sprouts or something. But and I think it's very empowering to have control over at least something.
Is there a big community in Dallas that you work with and like talk about all these things, or how do you even access to all this?
I'm a member of the International National Speakers Association, so I've been going around the world speaking on this for I don't know, since 2007, I guess 2008. And people just contact me, and I go and meet with them. I'm actually in New York quite often on TV or doing different things up there. I was helping with the farmers markets in the food desert areas, like in the Bronx and things, trying to promote that. Wow. And get those going. And they started giving fresh food for food stamps. And if they would pay with their food stamps $5 for like fresh greens, they would get a $2 coupon back. So it was encouraging people who were less educated and probably eating a higher diet of high fructose corn syrup related processed foods for eating fresh food. And it's really taken off. It started out with one farmer's market, and now there's like 5. Yeah. And in those inner city areas. And I've been up in Canada and South Africa and France and Brazil and Nicaragua. But anyway, this is my passion. I love sharing this information with people. So and I've dreamed of having a center where I could teach all this and have people stay there and experience the healthy diet for a week or so and learn all the things about it, maybe in a month, and have the animals there as well, like you were envisioning. I mean, it sounds like we have a very similar vision in some ways, and I'm so happy to connect with someone that
definitely
really feels the same way about some things as I do.
Well, thank you again so much. It was such a pleasure meeting you, and thank you again. So lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too.